Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Moody, your coach of the Westchester Weavers, and today we have our SSL Season 6 team preview. The SSL is a league ran by the Polish Elf. It's a little crazy. There is 20 people in this league, so Mons are at a commodity. 20 people is a lot of people, especially for a draft. You pick from one pool of draft. There's no multiple pools. It's 20 people, and you just pick. And then there's a lot of people now in season 6. Polish kind of just wanted a lot of people, so it's kind of cool. Kind of cool to try out. But there are 20 people, and Polish has a tier structure somewhat similar to the JBA. So you are required to take a tier 1, 2, 3. 3, yes, that's right, 3 twice, 4 and 5. So you're required to take those type of tier mons, tier 1 through 6, or tier 1 through 5, and then you have 6 mons after that. And then you're also required to take a mega pick, and then you are your free picks are based on what you pick. So you can pick an S tier mon. Oh no, it's based on points, so it's 400 points. And then you could pick an S tier mon. Like an S tier mon is like one of the Latios or Latias, or like Celesteela, or like Landers Therian, those kind of mons. Think you like your top tier mons. And then there's an S, like it's S tier. You're not required to take an S tier, but it's good to have an S tier. And then you're working with 400 points. But if you take an S tier, that's like almost half your points. I believe it's like 200 or 220. I forget what it was. But it's kind of similar, kind of not. But there was so many people in this draft. It was so hard to plan because you just like didn't really know what we were gonna get. But I think I did a good job. The thumbnail is kind of spoiling my video in terms of what mons I picked. But if you want to like stick around and see what order pick the mons in and what the nicknames I picked, then you can do that. And I will not spoil it. I will not spoil any nicknames, and I will not spoil the order that I picked in. So, with our first pick, I forgot what pick we had. We did this draft a while ago. I think I had like somewhere in the middle. I think I had like 10 or 11 exactly. Which was it was just like difficult. You would make a pick, and then like you have to wait a while to like make another pick. It would be like 20 picks in between. It was a little tough, I'm not gonna lie. But with our first pick, we picked Latias, and Latias will be nicknamed Trish. And that is partially because my nickname, my Latios, is Virgil, and my Scizor is Dante. So we need a Trish, and Latias is going to be our Trish to all my DMC fans out there. So why do we pick Latias? Look at his stats. It's fucking amazing. Look, 80, 80, 90, 110, 130, 110. Like, that's phenomenal. It has pretty interesting typing in Dragon Psychic with the ability to Levitate. So don't have to worry about getting hit by an EQ unless it's like a Mold Breaker EQ or whatever. But where Latios has 130 special attack, Latias has 130 SPDEF. So this is one of the biggest difference between the two. And I think this mon kind of supports my playstyle a little bit. I like big, bulky, recoverable mons that can also do something and be active. And Latias is like pretty much what that is, right? Like with an HP of 80, 90 defense, and 130 SPDEF. It can be built as a physical wall, a special wall, a mixed wall. It can be really built like any way you want. But it also has 110 special attack, 80 attack, respectable. Probably won't use, but it's still respectable if I wanted to run a specific move for a specific reason. Say like, I don't know, Dragon Claw or whatever, or Outrage. But 110, whoa, sorry about that, guys. 110 SPDEF is nothing to, or 110 speed is a very good speed tier. 110 is very common in like speed tier lore. It goes like a lot of monsters at 100, and then there's like 110, and then there's like 115, and there's like the higher mons. But those three speed tiers are pretty common for the most part. But 110 gives me a nice little base, and then it being a Dragon Psychic mon and it being a Laddie, it gets so many moves. So as I was alluding to, it even gets Body Slam, which is kind of cool. And then it gets Draco Meteor, Dragon Claw, Dragon Pulse, Earthquake, E-Ball, Energy Ball, and Grass Knot. Pretty good coverage moves. gets Ice Beam, which is like super interesting because it gets blown back by Ice Beam. It does get nice Psychic Side Shot combo, being a Psychic type. Reflect type, which is pretty cool. It like you could become the same type as the target. So if someone's trying to like pursuit trap you or something along those lines, you could hit them with the Reflect type real quick, and then take very little damage from a pursuit, and then get out of there. It gets Roar, which is a pretty good, cool phasing move. Sucker Punch? I did not know that. That's interesting. Tailwind, very good support move. And then it gets access to Thunderbolt and Thunder, so a nice Bolt Beam combo. Thunder Wave, Trick, Wish, and I think it gets Healing Wish too. I kind of overlooked that. Yep, Healing Wish. So if one of my setup mons is worn down from just sweeping and life orb damage, all that, I could hit him up with the Healing Wish and get all its health back. And Healing Wish is also just like a kind of a demoralizing like move a little bit. Like I know you guys must feel this when you're playing, right? When you're playing, like you're like, all right, cool, like almost whittled this mon down, like just need to hit like one more EQ or one more Stone Edge, and it's done. Like it's at 30%, it's in range, and then like the Healing Wish comes, and then it's like the mon that you took so much time wearing down is like all the way back at the full. It could be like a little demoralizing, and it could really be like really deflating for the other side. So I'm not trying to demoralize people here, but you know what I'm saying, guys. So it gets access to both screens, and I just really like this mod. I think it's a super cool support mod, and a mod that I like to consider a Switchblade mod. By Switchblade, I mean it can do a lot of things, and it can be offense, defense, depending on the matchup. And that's what I really like in mods. I like mods that can be both, and it's got really good stats. That's why it's an S tier mod. It's just phenomenal. It can be read so many different ways. But let's go on to our second pick. Our second pick, we decided to go with Tup Tup, the Togekiss. Now, why did we get Tup Tup? Well, I wanted a Fairy type, and I also wanted another Defogger to pair with Latias, so I don't always have to run Defog on Latias, because I do not want to be stuck running one move all the time and become predictable. So we have Defog, or we got it for Defog, and then we also got it for the amazing ability in Serene Grace, which doubles its effects, so you can run something like Thunder Wave and Air Slash and really flinch someone down. Like 30% chance to flinch, and if they break through T-Wave, it can be really annoying. But Togekiss, like Latias, gets a plethora of moves. It gets Dazzling Gleam, Stab Dazzling Gleam, which is nice. It gets Aura Sphere, which is like super random. Like you don't think this thing would ever have a fighting move. It gets Extra Sensory, kind of cool for psychic coverage. Grass and Odd, pretty sweet for like a big like water ground type, like a Seismitoad, or water rock type, like a Garacosa. I don't think anybody grabs for Garacosa, but that'd be cool. Magic Coat, try to catch someone. Nasty Plot to boost up. Fire Blast and Flamethrower to beat steel types, which is pretty sweet. Heal Bell, nice support move. That's another reason why I wanted it. I wanted a Heal Beller. It's always nice to have a Heal Beller. You don't want to get Toxic Assault, especially if you run big walls. It gets access to Thunder Wave and Toxic, as I alluded to. Tri-Attack, pretty cool. Not as cool because it lost its normal stat after Gen 6, but it's still interesting. And then it gets Wish support. So this is a very cool mon that could be very supporty, very support type mon, but also has the potential to be a nice Scarfer or a nice special attacker. And we are allowed to pass stats in this, so I can pass a Nasty Plot Baton Pass to a mon if I feel like it. So, that's why I got it. Nice little dragon immunity. And I also hate playing against this mon. I'm not gonna lie, I hate getting Air Slash feelings. It's one of the worst feelings ever. Not gonna lie. So next, we decided to get a old but familiar friend. We decided to get Skeletor, the Scolipede. Yes. Why did we draft Skeletor? Well, it has one of the best abilities in the game in Speed Boost, and it has a pretty nice little nice coverage with 100 attack, 89 defense. Okay. And 112 speed. 112 speed with Speed Boost. You can really, after one Speed Boost, you can really outspeed a lot of the mons in the format. I mean, of course, there could be like a random 130 Scarfer, like a like a Tapu Koko and get blown back by a Brave but you can always be careful about that. But why did I draft Scolipede? A lot of people like Scolipede because it can do like sub, baton pass, pass speed to Mons, pass a Swords Dance to Mon, pass a Swords SD, a Swords Dance, and a speed to Mon, and that is perfectly allowed in this league. But you know why? You know why I really drafted it? Because I think it is a phenomenal sweeper. A lot of people overlook it as a sweeper, and it can really do. Like I've gotten this Mon on like MVP lists. I've used this Mon to like primarily sweep teams, and that's what I'm going to be using it on this. I do have the option of passing stats and passing speed to people later in our draft, but I'm probably going to use this more as a sweeper, and it has halfway decent coverage with Mega Horn, Poison Jab. It gets Aqua Tail. It gets Earthquake. It gets a lot of interesting moves. And then also, if you don't want to run like a passing speed boost set or like a sweeper set, you can run like a spike set, like a suicide spike set with spikes and toxic spikes. And you run like Protect and like Mega Horn. It would be like something like that, right? And then you can run a little more bulky and like pass stats around. It's just like I love Skeletor. It's like Scolipede is probably the mon I feel most comfortable with, as like just in general. Like I feel really like I feel like I know how to use it, and I feel like since I stopped drafting it a lot because I was drafting it a little too much. I didn't draft it in like the last set of leagues, but it's back and it's here, and I feel like I'm a better player since when I last had it. So I'm really excited to just like expand my brain a little bit, if you know what I mean. Like I expand my like capability of learning how to do certain things with it. I think it's hilarious that this thing gets Gyro Ball and Speed Boost. That's like why? Like why? This is probably like one of the fastest mons that gets Gyro Ball, but I could be wrong. Someone could correct me right now. But yeah, that's Skeletor. So with our next pick, we decided to go with a mega pick, and if anybody knows my drafting style, I like to try a new mega. I do not like to repeat megas. I like to draft a new mega almost every season. So I was looking at the megas and I'm like, who haven't I tried? There are a lot of mons on the list. I had this draft actually before the JVA draft, but Mega Pidgeot was in consideration. I wanted like a tier 2 mega, and Mega Sceptile was also in consideration as well. But I decided to go with the Hell Dog himself in Victor Von Doom, Mega Houndoom. Yes, Victor, Dr. Doom, Dr. Dog, is a pretty interesting mega. I think Sun and Moon really helped it out with the mega speed buff in terms of like getting your speed right away and not having to wait a turn. But I think it's a little underrated as a mega. It's got pretty nice speed here at 115, and then it has a 90 attack, 90 defense, and 90 special defense. I'm not saying this thing is a wall because it got kind of trash HP, but it has enough bulk on both sides to not be a glass cannon. And then it has a godlike special attack in 140. And it has a really weird ability in Solar Power. Solar Power is, if Sunny Day is active, the Pokemon special attack is 1.5, but it loses 1/8 max HP per turn. Now, what this basically means is in the sun, Mega Houndoom has a Life Orb on top of its 140 special attack. And it has very good moves to support it. So let's say I run like Sunny Doom, right? It has an interesting move in Solar Beam, and it has the coverage to beat a bulky water, and then it also has a Fire Blast. Fire Blast in the sun, max special attack, modest Mega Houndoom is gonna hurt. That's gonna even hurt mons that are resistant to it. Like, there are not a lot of mons who want to take that. And then it also has nice stab Dark Pulse, and it has a way to beat its fairy. Fairy is neutral to it because of fire, but it learns Sludge Bomb. So if I don't want to run Sunny Day, I can run something like this, and then like Nasty Plot. I can run like Nasty Plot, Fire Blast, Sludge Bomb, Dark Pulse. That is pretty common. We can also run Shadow Ball. I don't think I would ever run Shadow Ball. I'm not gonna lie. Dark and Ghost kind of hit the same things for the same way, but it's kind of cool. I'm trying to think if any mon is weak to just ghost and not dark. I don't know. But besides knowing, like, besides being a big time special attacker, it does though a couple cool moves like Will-O-Wisp, a couple cool support moves, and then Will-O-Wisp and where is this? Foul Play. Foul Play to beat like a Dragon Dancing boosting mon, or like an SD mon would be more likely. You could hit a Foul Play on someone as they're trying to go for the SD. Destiny Bond also, with its speed, Destiny Bond is definitely viable because you could get a fast Destiny Bond off and then just die and then take out someone with like a suicide like death. But I'm really excited for Mega Houndoom. I'm gonna do like a top favorite aesthetics mon, like a top favorite mons that I just like really love, just in terms of their design and like what they mean to me in terms of like the greater Pokemon sense. But like Houndoom is definitely up there. I love the design of Houndoom, and I really wish in Gold and Silver you got Houndoom earlier in the game. You don't get it until like later. In Kanto actually, it's weird. I don't know why Game Freak just added it. Game Freak makes weird decisions. But yeah, that's Victor Von Doom, our Houndoom, Mega Houndoom, I should say. Super excited. So next we got a familiar face in Westchester Weavile drafting, and we got Golden Tea, the Piloswine. Yes. Now, why did we get Golden Tea? Well, I was looking at it, and I was like, man, like, I don't want to get stuck to the point where I'm stuck with, like, a shitty ground type. And I wanted an ice type, too. I just got a big fire type, so I wanted some fire and ice, you know, a game of fire and ice, you know what I'm saying? But we got Golden Tea, and as you guys know from my JBA video last week, it is a pretty bulky mon with a Violet, and then it learns pretty cool moves like Earthquake, Ice Shard, and Ice Crash. More likely than not, we're going to be running something like this, and then we're going to spread it out to where we want. The special defense, you might be thinking like, oh, that's not that great. But within a Violet, and if you invest in it enough, it could really be a special tank per se. It does have problems getting whittled, I will admit that, but I think overall it's a pretty solid mon. So having priority Ice Shard is important, especially in like a draft league format where there's a lot of dragons running around, and then having this bulk, and it really just turns it into a tank. It is a little bit of a poor man's Mamoswine, but I like it actually a little more at its value more than Mamoswine. Mamoswine, phenomenal mon. But I just think Golden Tea is, like, I would rather draft Gold. I would only draft, sorry about that, guys. I don't know, like, my Alexa just, like, went off. Yeah, so it is a tank, and it just has good value. And I liked it where it was, and I just wanted to draft it. This draft was a little hard because, like, it was hard to anticipate. Like, if you really wanted something, you just had to get it right when you couldn't risk it. So we got it. It's a mon I'm comfortable with, and a mon that I love. So next, we have another familiar friend, and we have Care Package, the Audino. Yes, Audino. Why did we draft Audino? Well, it has probably, I would argue, top 5 abilities in the game. In Regenerator, maybe I'm even being more generous. It could be even top 3. I have to really think about that. But Regenerator is definitely up there in the top abilities. Regenerator, you just switch out and get health back. Like, that's phenomenal. And I wanted Audino as well because it learns Wish. And having Wish passing is pretty sweet. I didn't want Tup Tup to be the only Wish passer. So I wanted a backup Wish passer. It has a monster HP stat in 103. Pretty good defense, 86, and pretty good special defense. But its HP is where it's at. And passing a Wish with that, woo, man, most mons are going to get healed all the way. But yeah, more likely than not, I'm going to be running Wish, Protect, Heal Bell, and Coverage Move. So if I'm playing a Lando team, Ice Beam. If I'm playing, let's see, if I'm playing like a Mega Sableye team, Dazzling Gleam. If I'm playing a Ferrothorn team, Fire Blast. If I'm playing whoever, Seismitoad or Mega Swampert team. I don't know if anybody dropped Mega Swampert. That'd be cool though. Grass Knot. You know, it's just there. And Hyper Voice maybe, if I just feel like it. But yeah, it just has, being a normal type, it gets so much coverage. Surf, Bolt Beam, Knockoff, pretty cool support. Dual screens if I really wanted to. Shadow Ball if I just wanted to hit a ghost type. Toxic, I could run even like Wish Protect Toxic and just be that guy. I'd run no moves. It's viable. It could work. I have Mega Bound Doom, so I could just blow back Steel with a Fire Blast, right? That's how it works, right? But yeah, low kick. That's kind of cool. It doesn't even have, like, look at these feet. How can I hit low kick? How could it, like, whatever. I'm thinking about it too much. This is Pokemon. But yeah, I just got this for Team Sport and Defense. And it's a mon that I like, and I just wanted it. It was either that, or I don't know if Licky Licky or Kangaskhan was still on the board, but it was pretty sweet. So, next, I kind of just wanted to dip into Tier 6 real quick and get an electric type. There weren't a lot of electric types left that I just liked. I don't really like a lot of electric types, I'm not gonna lie. It's good to have one, but, like, there is a serious drop after, like, so there's, like, the top tier electric types, right? There's Coco, Xurkitrees, or Coco, and then the Thundies. And then I would say Xurkitrees could be in that tier, but it's a little harder to use. It's pretty good though, obviously, with 170 special attack. And then it drops down to like Heliolisk, and then like Helios Jolteon. I'd say Helios is better than Jolteon, but that's just me. And then it really drops down after that into like Manectric, which is like kind of a cool mon. Manectric, Electivire, and then like then our next pick, Electabuzz, Fight Song. Yes, the Tier 6 electric. Now, why did we get Electabuzz? I was debating whether or not to do this or Electivire, but I kind of want Electabuzz because of its speed, 105. Super nice. It's pretty nice speed tier to hit. It's got a pretty cool ability in static, so I could run even like a Violet, and maybe if like someone tries to U-turn on me or something, I can get this in and paralyze it. It gets Vital Spirit too. Which is interesting. I mean, it's like if I'm playing like a grass type team and someone wants to sleep out of me, I could run Vital Spirit if I really wanted to. But Electabuzz, more likely than not, is going to be special just because 95, very not as physical as Electivire, its older brother. But it does learn a cool set of moves. It learns Psychic, it learns Ice Punch, it learns Cross Chop. Let's see what else it gets. It gets Fire Punch, and then also gets some other cool moves like Hammer Arm, Power Up Punch, Thunder, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Thunder Wave, Toxic, Signal Beam. We get Shadow Ball. That's interesting. But more likely than not, it might be a Violate set, or it could run a Choice Scarf set, or it could run a Life Orb set. But I probably would run a Violate or Choice Scarf, more likely than not, and then run something like Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, and then coverage. So like maybe like Psychic 1 week, and then let's see, what would I run? Maybe try to fake someone out and think I'm not Scarfed and run Thunder Wave, or even run like a coverage move like Cross Chop. But yeah. That's Electabuzz. It's just here to be an electric type and just Volt Switch around and just be annoying. And look at this thing. It looks mean as fuck. And it's got a pretty cool design. So I rock with mons that have cool design. Fight Song, because we love baseball. So that's Electabuzz. Just kind of wanted to secure it. I don't think it's the best electric, but at Tier 6 it's probably one of the better Tier 6s. So, or Tier 5. I don't forget what tier it is. I don't even know if there's 6 tiers in this. I don't know what I'm talking about. So, next, we decided to go with Tier 3 Mon. We decided to go East Side, the Gastrodon East. I said, don't worry, no one has this pink variant. But we run East Side, because we from the East Coast. Like, what up? Gang. But why did we decide to get Gastrodon, even though it's an East Side Crypt, and I rock with that? JK, I'm a blood. But we decided to run with Gastrodon because it has phenomenal HP, 111, and it has got nice defense, and not nice defense, trash defense, what I'm talking about, 68, but 82 speed F, 92 special attack, kind of weird stats, not gonna lie, kind of weird stats, but it has a phenomenal ability in Storm Drain, so it gives me a nice water immunity, and it has an excellent typing in Water Ground. I wanted a mon that could take a Flare Blitz, so I was like, alright, because I think that's important. for drafts. Like I think like if you have like dedicated like this mon's gonna take a Flare Blitz to the face, and it's gonna be my stop to like the Flare Blitzers out there of like Darmanitan and Emboar and Infernape, and even to a lesser extent Victini with V-Create. Though Victini and Emboar, I guess, can run Grass Knots, and even Infernape. So basically Darmanitan falling. But it also has like just like a weird set of moves. Like it gets Memento. Like what? That's weird. Clear Smog, and so if someone's trying to boost up on me, I can just hit Clear Smog and say F yo boost. It does learn Recover, which is great for like a bulky water type. Sludge Wave, Surf, Stone Edge, it learns Edgequake, which is cool. A lot of ground types learn Edgequake. Blizzard, Ice Beam. It's just like an interesting mon, and it's got cool stats that you can play around with and try to have it wall something. You can run something like Rocky Helmet on it. Well, that's pretty common. Or you can run Rindo. You can run like, if you want to get cheeky one week, you can run like Rindo Mirror Code, right? Yep. You can run like Rindo Mirror Code and catch a grass type off guard. And you can just like play around with it. I just wanted it because I just wanted a bulky water. Nice ground type. Even though it's electric immunity, I'm pretty much forcing electrics to run HP grass if they don't learn E-Ball or like some sort of grass coverage. But yeah, that's why I got Gastrodon, just bulky water. So next, we decided to go with Leafeon. And Leafeon will be called Jumanji, because Jumanji is coming out in theaters soon, featuring Kevin Hart and The Rock. And I saw a trailer for it and it looks kind of crazy. But why did we draft Leafeon? Jumanji. We decided to draft it because we wanted some offense and we wanted a grass type. We wanted an offensive grass type, and this is an offensive grass type because look at this attack. 110, woo! It's got nice defense in 130, nice speed in 95. 95 is respectable speed for especially a lower tier mon. Trash total defense and trash HP, but we can work with that. It does have chlorophyll, so if Sunny Day is active, like if Mega Houndoom activates the Sunny Day, I can potentially chlorophyll sweep someone. It might be a little hard, but we can try to make it work. It has a pretty interesting moveset with Knockoff, Leaf Blade, C-Bomb, and let's see, it gets Axe Scissor. It being an Eevee, it does get Wish, so I can run like a Wish Protect set if I really wanted to. With like a lot of like defense investment, or maybe like a lot of special defense investment, and try to wall something out. It does learn Aerial Ace, which is cool for beating other grass types or beating like a bug fighting type like a Heracross. Baby Doll Eyes, pretty interesting. Let's see, what else does it get? What else does it get? Iron Tail, kind of cool. I didn't know it get Iron Tail. I don't know why that's not in usually. I don't know why it's not in the moves pool, not the usually useless moves pool. But Iron Tail could be very interesting, especially trying to beat like very off coverage. It does get, let's see, it does get Sunny Day, which for team support could really help Victor Von Doom out. And then it does get Yawn, which pretty interesting as well. Worry Seed, also really cool tech. I think Leo did this to me once, where he gave my Gothitelle Worry Seed. He gave my Gothitelle Insomnia, so I couldn't trap my mons, and Insomnia could become very helpful if depending on the ability, right? So if I'm trying to beat like let's say I'm trying to beat Regenerator mon like Slowking, right? Hit it with that Worry Seed, and then hit it with that Leaf Blade, and you ain't getting that health back, boy, off the Regenerator. Probably would just hit it with the. Actually, I probably just hit it with the Leaf Blade right away, but yeah, you never know. Yawn, kind of cool setup move. Could really help out Victor Von Doom. But yeah, this is just here. I just wanted it to complete a Fire, Water, Grass core, and it was just a nice cheap mon. So next, our next pick. I am so excited for this next pick. Yes, yes! It's a mon that I love. Just as a design, as a mon, just like a Gen 1er, all that nonsense. We have Machamp! The champ is here! Yes, the champ is here. Machamp. Moody champ. Yes, Moody champ. And why do we draft Machamp? Because this motherfucker has 4 arms and it is a WWE battler. Ooh. But we drafted Machamp because it has a phenomenal attack stat in 130. It's got a pretty good HP in 90. Trash speed in 55. And pretty good 80, 85, 90. It's pretty good bulky spread. Especially Mon for this slow. It kind of needs that bulk to really make it viable. But it has 2 excellent abilities in No Guard and Guts. Guts allows it to basically make teams very, very careful about trying to burn me. And then No Guard, as I alluded to in my last week with Mega Pidgeot, is another top tier ability. No Guard with like Dynamic Punch, 100% chance to confuse the target. Oh my god, people are gonna be so pissed at me. And then Stone Edge. I can run like Dynamic Punch, Stone Edge, be that guy. Cross Chop. I wouldn't run Cross Chop. I would probably run Close Combat all day, every day. But it gets. Let's see what else it gets. It gets Knockoff, and then it has Bullet Punch and I believe Poison Jab. Yep, Bullet Punch, Poison Jab to potentially beat Fairies. Knockoff to beat Psychics, and then it's just a beast. Like this thing is just screaming. Just wanna choke slam everybody. Yo, it's the champ. Champ's it. Champ's it. Yes, I love Machamp. And I personally drafted Machamp. I'm not as worried about the speed because one of my goals is to get a sweep with this, and to do that, I can go into Skeletor, pass a +2/+2 to Machamp, and hopefully wreck a team. That would be so much fun to get a sweep with Machamp. Oh my god, I hope I can do that this season. That's the goal for the season. But yeah, we got the champ himself, Machamp. It was tier 3. It was one of the only tier 3s left. There was not a lot of tier 3s left since everyone was required to take 2 tier 3s, and there's 20 people. That means 40 tier 3s were gone, and this is pretty late in the draft. This is round 10 that I drafted it, and super hyped for it. But Machamp out here just chokeslamming motherfuckers. Oh my god, I can't wait. The champ! Yes, the champ. But yes, with our last pick, we had enough points for a tier 1 Pokemon. So there weren't a lot of tier 1s on the board left, but I decided to get them on that I think I've only had once for like an abbreviated season. And we decided to get Cash Money, the Tornadus Darien. Now, why did we draft Torn T? We drafted Torn T because it has Regenerator. Phenomenal mon. Phenomenal ability, as I was explaining in with Dino. And then also Torn T, one of the best mixed attackers in the game. It has 100 attack, 110 special attack, and 121 speed. 121. That is big time speed. That not a lot of mons hit that speed threshold. So I could really outpace a lot of mons and run like Adamant or Modest, depending on the matchup or some sort of boosting attack nature. But besides its pretty good stats and excellent ability, it learns a plethora of coverage. It gets so much coverage. It being a flying type, being one of the only pure flying type. The only other pure flying type is Tornadus Incarnate. But it learns Acrobatics, Air Slash, Brick Break, which is cool, Dark Pulse, Crunch, Focus Blast, Foul Play, Grass Knot, Hammer Arm, Knockoff, another knockoff user, Psychic, Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, Tailwind, pretty cool support move. The excellent U-turn, you just click U-turn and you get 30% health back with Barrier, which is sweet. Taunt, and one of the craziest moves in the game, Hurricane, and then Heat Wave too. So this is a little bit of an all or nothing kind of mon. Very common Torn T set is rocking like an Assault Vest with like Knockoff, Hurricane, Heat Wave, U-turn, something like that. And then you can like, sweep it out. Like, I don't think you would run something like that, but maybe run something like that. I don't know. But it has so much coverage and it could really hit hard like a truck. 110 special attack coming from Hurricane. 110s. Ooh, the 110 club. Yes. But Cash Money is just here to hit Hurricanes, be a nice bulky pivot, maybe break a wall, maybe taunt them on or two, maybe bulk up. You couldn't run Life Orb. Life Orb, 110, Modest, Hurricane is gonna hurt anybody. I gotta hit the Hurricanes, but we hitting Hurricanes, baby. We hitting Hurricanes all day. We hitting Hurricanes all day. We hitting Fire Blasters all day. We hitting Mega Horns all day. We hitting Dracos all day. That is the motto, all day. This is what this team is called, all day. All day Westchester Weavers. I decided to make Torn-T my Zmon user. I didn't really have a lot of good Zmon users, like candidates. I guess Latias would have been the best. I don't know. Skeletor kind of needs a Life Orb for like really good sweeps. Machamp is too slow. Jumanji, a little too weak. But yeah, I just this Torn-T, like I think it's the best, or not the best, but I think it's the most. It could use the Z move the most. More likely than not, you would want to run Life Orb on it comparatively. But you know, like Flying MZ Hurricane is, you gotta rip a hole through teams, and I don't have to worry about missing if I hit Flying MZ on Hurricane. But yeah, that's the squad. Let me know what you think of this team. This team is a little janky, not gonna lie. 20 people in draft was really hard, and I think we did a good job. I think this team makes sense to a degree. I wish I had a steel type, but what are you gonna do? The speed on this team is wild. This is probably one of my faster teams. 110, 80, 112, 115, 121, 95, 55, 39, trash, 50, 50. This is pretty bad. The double 50, or the 3 mons under 60. But so a lot of these like kind of slower 70, 80 mons might be able to run like a Modest or Adamant Nature on me. So I do have to be careful about that. But we do have at least someone in the 80s to kind of check that in line. I wish I had a mon in like the 70s. If I had like a mon that was like 70, like one of these mons had like a 70 speed, that would be clutch. That would be real clutch. But we don't. So what are you gonna do? Really excited to use this team. Super fast, and it makes sense kind of synergy wise, right? Like Torn-T can really clear out, Mega Houndoom can really clear out steals for Skeletor sweeps, and they could, you know, they can all help each other out. We play Carson week 1. He is coach of the Arizona Diamond Storms, and it should be an interesting match. He has Latios, so it will be the Battle of the Lotties week 1. Super excited for that. I'm hoping goals for the season is to make playoffs and go from there. I always want to win the chip, but playoffs first. Playoffs first and foremost. So let me know. Let me know what you think of this team. Who do you like? What nickname do you like the best? What mon do you like the best? Have any other suggestions for nicknames? Just leave them in the comment. Talk to me, baby. We cash money. But that about wraps it up. My name is Moody, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.